Never regret being a good person to the wrong people because it says a lot more about you, everything about them. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people.
Hi guys, it's Kian Elijah. This video was not planned at all, but I want to do it real quick just to state a couple things on my mind that I've been really thinking about for the last few hours. When you're growing and you're moving up or you're trying to move forward or look at life in a different perspective, you cannot expect everybody to understand that or everybody to see it the way that you see it. A big lesson that I learned in the last year is you never know truly why people are there, why people are around, if they were a mistake or if they were there to teach you a lesson. This isn't a shady video to anybody that I was around, but for me, I just come to the point where it's not me looking for attention from anybody. I'm just genuinely moving back to who I am and trying to figure myself out again. Because it has been for the last couple years where I have put myself on the back burner and done right by people who did not do right by me. And then blame me for them not doing right by me. When people feel like they don't have the power over you, that messes with them in the head and that really fucks with them. When I wasn't just taking shit from anyone or just letting anybody say anything to me, automatically I was being seen as the crazy person, the person who wants attention, this, that, and the other. This is who I am. I'm not trying to be anybody else. I'm not going to pretend to be anybody else. Why would I want to be somebody else when I could be myself for free? Like,
you see, I don't have to go in a room with a bunch of men to create my sound, my image, my anything. I am who I am. Take it or fucking leave it. But I put in the motherfucking work. I put in the work.
There's a reason why in the last year I haven't talked to certain family members. I haven't had as many friends stay around. My relationship failed. There's so many different things that happen for a reason, and you have to realize that they are happening for a reason that you may not see now, but in the long run, you'll see it. There are probably lessons that you needed to learn that you just weren't going to see unless you went through everything that you went through. I'm very much a person who used to always just see the good in people and let the bad just trickle out into nothingness. When there were negative things I couldn't get past, that really showed me I wasn't over those situations, that those situations were a lot bigger to me than what they may have seemed to whoever else. When you have your own back and you're so comfortable in your skin and you're not afraid to say what you have to say and look crazy if you have to, you don't care. When you're not afraid and people see that, that scares them. When you're moving differently and you're growing and they're staying stagnant, that scares them. When they feel like you're on a higher level than them, that scares them. It's just so many things that you are being showed, and you may not pick up on it at first or believe it or even see it, but everything that you need to know eventually comes to you and you start to realize why certain things happen the way that they did.
That's it. Bitch.
Right now, I'm doing a lot more with my life and my business life. My personal life has kind of been put onto the back burner because I've kind of tried my hardest to disconnect or act as if things don't faze me, when in reality, a lot of things do bother me. One thing growing up, I just always kept things inside, and I know that that's not the best thing to do, and probably led to issues in my life getting a lot bigger than what they should be. Fuck. When you take things that I told you in a personal, intimate space and you use them against me, that really crushes me. Because it's like, I told you those things out of trust and out of a thought that you would do better with that information than to how you're using it against me now. Everybody will say that there's something wrong with you. And yes, there probably is something wrong with me. I've been letting people walk all over me, take advantage of me, talk their shit to me, do anything by me, and I was not reacting and just letting it all slide. As soon as I started standing up for myself, friends started switching up, relationships start turning bad because I wasn't just letting anything be said or anything be done. And it is what it is. You can't expect to relate to everybody. Everybody's not going to relate to you. That's something I had to learn. Somebody probably to this day probably has a deep-rooted dislike or hatred for me. And that's something that you need to understand is not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to think you're cute. Not everybody thinks you're pretty, funny, whatever. Nobody's going to think that. There's always going to be one person who does not like something that you're doing. But that does not mean that you're doing it wrong. And that's what I'm going to leave y'all with. So these are just things I had on my mind. If you guys want to talk about it in the comments below, let me know how you feel. This was really just a random video that I put together, and I hope you guys enjoyed it or understood what I was saying. In no way was this a shade video. It's just a realization, just me talking about me. I love you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.
Never change who you are for anybody. You know, don't become hard as a rock because you're so used to being stepped on and walked all over. Like, I get it. I come from both sides of the fence because when I was younger, I was, believe it or not, such a pushover, and like I couldn't be assertive and I couldn't make decisions for myself. I couldn't stand up for myself the way that I really confidently can now.